Come out of the bar.
Hello YouTube, cheers and welcome to the basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
Once again, I'm D-Boy Slim.
And the Basement Debates is the first exclusive hip-hop debate format. We tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So, welcome back, Basement family. I know it's been a long time, but we're back. We are back. And we have to give our respects to Pop Smoke, yo. Happened not too long ago, about 2 days ago.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, please.
Up and coming Brooklyn rapper came to his demise out there. I believe it was Hollywood Hills or Beverly Hills, one of the hills.
So he was staying out there. Was he living out there?
I was renting a spot out there.
Okay.
And I don't know. We're gonna get into it though.
Listen, but this is yet another.
It brings about a broader subject and a broader topic.
Yet another senseless death, which seems to be plaguing hip-hop right now.
Reoccurring theme.
So the question is, what the hell is going on with today's artists being murdered left and right? It's that simple. With that being said, let go. Yeah, man, we back. How you been, brother?
I'm good, boy. We back.
They've been clamoring.
The latest in hip hop. They got debates on deck. We gonna cover it all. Y'all asking, what they've been talking about, man. What's been the feedback?
They've been asking what's going on with the debates. People have been asking what's going on with the battles. I'm sure we're gonna have more of that for them. We got a lot of people giving a lot of comments, looking for us to shout them out. It's been a while, but we're back and we're gonna have all of that for you. This segment right here is an important one, so we're not going to fill it up with the comments, shout outs, and all of that. Right now, we're gonna talk about Pop Smoke did lose his life. There's a family out there grieving, and so we wanted to pay our respects. But in doing so, this is a debate show. We got to talk about it. What's going on? What's going on? I'm going to let you get it off because you really brought this up. And just, for all information purposes, I didn't know Pop Smoke that well. I didn't listen to his music that much. And I find myself saying that about a lot of the dudes getting murdered. In other words, they're young, they're new, they're just starting. And it's over with before it even gets started. Over and over again. My respects to his family. Talk about it, man. What you got to say?
I think that we've sadly come to a point where the community of hip hop, and that's who we speak for on a daily basis, and not only just hip hop, but black people in general, but obviously in our community as black people, we've succumbed, or however you choose to word it, we've become numb to it. We've become immune to it, sadly enough. Well, not for any other reason other than the fact that because in order to move on in life, it's just in general that you have no other choice but to, take it in and keep moving with it. And because of that, like if you become consumed, especially emotionally with it, then you're not able to move on in your day to day, and that's the sad part about it. But like I said, it happens. It's happening so much now that I think that, like I said, as a community in hip hop, I think we've become numb to it and immune to it, and that's the first level or the layer that I wanted to peel back with it. You had something to say?
Well, in response to that, I'll say, okay, we've become numb to it. That's not a question of why. So, in other words, the original question as to why it's happening today infers that it's happening today more than another time. But you saying that lets us know that it's not just happening today. We've only become numb to it because it's been happening forever.
I wasn't even getting into why it's happening yet. But I just wanted to peel that back.
To me, I can get into why. The reason why it's happening today is because it's happened before. Because hip-hop comes from the gutter. Hip-hop comes from the streets. Hip-hop comes from low-income families. Hip-hop comes from pain, struggle, drug dealing. Hip-hop comes from these things. And so, when you have a combination of an art form that not glorifies, but talks about and expresses itself about being low income, about being involved in crime, about living and watching crime around you develop and unfold as you live your day-to-day life, it's only expected that it's going to also come back to those people who do that music. On the other hand, that doesn't necessarily means that it happens more so than it would have if we didn't have those type of artists. So get what I'm saying real quick, and this is going to be the end of it. Think of it like this, people. If your art is to talk about war, the fact that more people whose art talks about war die in war zones doesn't necessarily mean anything. It just means that you now see a physical representation of what they have been talking about in their art. It's not necessarily bad or good. It's a consequence of doing the art of depicting war, i.e. a reporter. More reporters die in wartime than they probably do in front of a desk. And that's all there is to it. Is it really that bad? Is it even it's just a simple consequence.
I'm taking...
Stumped!
No. I'm
Stumped.
Taking from just in how to articulate my thoughts. But I'm taking from the perspective of it's indicative of where we're at as a whole in society. And like I said, it kind of transcends or crosses over the boundaries of just hip hop, but just us as a society, as black culture. It's an indication of where we're at. The value of a life, like, in recent times we had movements called the Black Lives Matter. What we come to see and realize, if we're being honest with ourselves, is that our lives has to matter to us. Like, you can't expect anybody else to take it serious or to value.
That's a whole nother discussion. Go ahead.
To value us if we don't value us. Again, like I said, to me, it's an indication of where we're at right now in society, and because for all the rappers, I heard D of Run DMC say, we talk about and we put a spotlight on the rappers that get killed, but there's somebody that's getting killed every day that you never heard of, and that's probably happening way more than rappers being killed. So if I said that to say, if rappers are being, if we're looking at rappers being killed a lot, and it's just imagine that times 2 or whatever have you, as far as just young black people being murdered. And like I said, this is why I like Bruce told you, I suggested that we propose the question, what's really going on right now? Like, is it happening more than any other time? I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not sure what the numbers suggest, but again, it just feels like we're in a time.
Okay, so then, all right. Well, let me end it like this then. That my point of the debate is just that. So let me give you some numbers. Numbers are, the homicide rate has gone down in America since the 80s, and consistently so for a very long time. But the homicide rate of artists has gone up. So that is, I think, a misleading number, because I think the only reason why is because artists it wasn't always into the murder. It wasn't always about singing about one thing. It just so happens to be that the artists now, the cool music now, is no longer what's going on across the world or my Adidas. It's, I smoked this dude, I smoked that dude, my name is Pop Smoke. So when those type of people are actually doing more of the artistry, those are the types you're gonna find. Those are the people that get murdered more, that find themselves in those situations. But to answer the real question is, what's been going on in our community is the lack of education, lack of money, the consistent minimum wage that won't rise. Poverty at its meanest has always happened to our community, and we need people like this to always be talking about it, to remind people that it's there. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a reminder anymore. It's just become another entertaining thing to watch, and nobody wants to do anything about it. So there we have it. We're still in the I don't know section.
I think just us having this type of platform, I think we know we need to get better. I think there's some of us that want to get better, and I choose to believe that we will get better. And with that,
there it is.
I keep doing what y'all do out there. We gonna keep doing what we do. We got more of the basement.
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Peace.